Hello students, in previous lecture we have seen the second conventional technique hybridization. In today's lecture we are going to see the third number conventional techniques, that is the breeding methodology. In that first breeding methods, that are the bulk method. In the bulk methods, breeding was first used by the Nielsen Ille in a 1908. This method, also known as the mass method or the population method, the bulk population breeding strategy of a crop improvement in which a natural selection effect is solicited more directly in the early generation of a procedure by the delaying the stringed artificial selection until the latter generation. In the bulk method, F2 and the subsequent generation are harvested in a mass or as a bulk to the rise the next generation. At the end of a bulking period, individual plant are selected and evaluated in a similar manner as in a pedigree methods. The duration of the bulking may be a vary from the 6 to 7 to the 13 or more generation. During the bulking period, artificial selection may be vary or may not be a practice, but natural selection plays an important role in a shifting of a gene frequency. When the desirable purpose are fulfilled, the bulking is stopped and individual plant are selected and evaluated. Let's see in figure, we can clearly observe that what is a bulking. It is nothing when cross are made between the two variety. When cross are made between two variety, then first generation 50 to 100 plant are selected bulk together and the space plant of the F1 generation. Then same way 2000 to 3000 plant are the produced. Same way the bulking and the plant commercially seedling rate. Then 2000 to 3000 in year number 4. In same way year number 5, 6, 7, 8 and 8 number in a year number 7 we have to splicing separately cultivated that cultivar, and up to 9 to 11 years we have to grow in the mixing condition. At the 9 to 11 year and at 11 year we have to release as a commercial variety. In this figure or the flow chart, it is clearly what is a bulk method. Less record keeping than the pedigree, which save the times and a labor. Very simple, convenient and the less expensive. Natural selection increases the frequency of superior genotypes in the population, more useful than the pedigree methods with a lower ES2 traits. There is a greater chance of isolation of a transgressive segregate than the pedigree methods due to the large population. Most of the suitable for the improvement of small grains. Disadvantage: environmental changes from the season to season will be adaptive advantages shift. It take a much longer times to the develop new variety. Not is useful for the selected plant types of a competitive disadvantages. Final genotypes may be able to withstand with the environmental stress, but may not be highest yielding. If the use for the cross-pollinated species, inbreeding, depression may be a problems. It is a provide the little opportunity for the breeder exercise his skills or the judgment in a selection. Let's see in that figure, we have to only understand this flowchart. Ultimately, all pedigree method or the bulking method you can understand. Okay, next method, that is the pedigree method. It was the first described by the H.A. Law in 1927. Pedigree, a description of the ancestor individual, and it is generally goes the back to the some distance ancestor in the past. Thus, the pedigree would describe the parent grandparent, the great grandparent, and so on. Pedigree is helpful to finding out the two individuals are related by a descent, their ancestry, and therefore it is likely have some gene in a common. Pedigree methods, it is detailed record of the relationship between the selected plant and their progeny are maintained. As a result of each progeny in every generation can be a trace back to the F2 plants from which it be originated. Such record is known as a pedigree record. In a pedigree method, individual plant are selected from the F2 and the subsequent generation and their progeny are tested. During the entire operation, pedigree record is kept. Individual plant selection is continued till the progeny shows no segregation. At this stage, selection is done among the progenies because there would be no genetic variation within the progenies. Let's see, in this figure we can easily understand what is the pedigree methods, that are the flowchart that can be useful to describing the overall pedigree procedures. Let's see, F2 in a first year, crossing between the two parent. Number of plants are selected in a F1 generation, that is a 15 to 100 plant. Bulk together seeds are spaced plant for the higher yield. In a third year 2000 5000 planted, and that are the space plant for the each visual selection. In a year number 4, there is a 200 selected plant are the spaced together. That plant are the spaced together. In a year number 5, identity of a superior rows of the selected 3 to 5 plants. In this we have to select the 3 to 5 plant in a each years. In same way we have to cultivate the 9 to 11th year up to the 10th generation, and which are the superior as a release as a cultivar variety. Advantages: records keeping provide the catalog of a genetic information of the cultivar. Selection is based on not only on the phenotypic but also the genotypes. Using of a record, the barrier is able to advance only the progeny lines in which plants that carry the gene for the target traits occurs. A high degree of genetic purity produced in the cultivar. The breeding value of selected plant will be ascertained by a progeny test. Then disadvantages: record keeping is slow, tedious, and some consuming and expensive. The methods is not suitable for the species in which individual plant are difficult to isolate and characterize. Pedigree selection is a long procedures, require about 10 to 12 years or more complete. If only one growing season is possible, since the large number of progeny are rejected. In this method, there are the chances of elimination and some valuable material. There are the difference are given, what is the pedigree methods and what is the bulk method, that can be asked in a exam. Then next it is the backcross method. The cross made between the hybrid of the F1 hybrid, that is any one parent, that is known as the backcross method. The cross made between the F1 individual with the any one of parents. The hybrid of progenies of subsequent generation are repeatedly backcrossed to the one of the parent of F1 generation. Why backcross methods are used? Since there are the many varieties which are deficient of some characters, therefore that are the deficient characters are present in a recurrent and is a cross with the donor parent which is character present, so we use a backcross method for the transfer of the characters. The objective of backcross method is to improve the one of the two specific defect of the high yielding variety which will be adapted in the area and has been other desirable characters. What is the recurrent parent and what is the non-recurrent parent? What is the recurrent parent or what is the donor parent? In a backcross breeding, the parent from which few or more genes are transferred to a recurrent parent, that is called as a donor parent. And the backcross breeding, the parent which few or the more gene transfer from the donor parent is called as a recurrent parent. It is a recurrent, also known as a receiver, or the donor, it is also known as a donor parent. Requirement of a backcross method: a suitable recurrent parent which having the lack of the one or two characters, a suitable donor parent which has a intense forms of a characters which are deficient the recurrent parent. The character to be a transfer must have a high heritability and governed by the one or the few gene. Sufficient number of backcross should be made. That type of genotype recurrent parent can be recovered full. There is the application of backcross method. This method commonly used to transfer the disease resistance from the one variety to the another, but it is also useful to transfer the other character. Intervarietal transfer simply in a inherited characters, disease resistance, seed coat color. Intervarietal transfer quantitative characters such as plant height, seed size, seed shape. Interspecific character transfer of a simply inherited character. For example, transport of diseases resistance from the related species. Resistance to black arm diseases in a cotton from the wild tetraploid species into the G. hirsutum. Transport of a cytoplasm. This is the employed transfer of the male sterility. The female parent will having the sterile cytoplasm, and the recurrent parent will use as a male parent. For example, Cesium melbaricum and the Cesium indicum, that is the female parent and the recurrent parent. Transgressive segregation. Backcross methods may be modified to produce the transgressive segregant. The F1 is a backcross with the recurrent parent for the 2 to 3 times for the getting the transgressive segregation. Production of isogenic line, germplasm conversion. Production of a photo insensitivity line from the photosensitive germplasm through a backcrossing. This was be done in case of a sorghum, popularly known as a conversion of a program. Let's see, in this figure we clearly indicate that backcross methods: rust resistance variety RR and the adapted variety small rr, then cross with the small r, F1 heterozygous capital R small r cross with the recessive parent RR. Okay, in that same way we have to heterozygous carry back cross with the every recessive parent in each heterozygous individual, and finally we get a capital 1 dominant RR, 2 heterozygous RR, and the 1 small RR. That are the we have to getting that result. Okay, this is about today's lecture that related to the bulking methods, pedigree methods, and the backcross method.